The Boeing Company, founded in July 1916, is known as one of the leaders of the global aerospace manufacturing industry. One of their signature aircrafts is a Boeing 737, which made its first flight in April 1967 and still flies to this day. The 737 model has evolved through multiple generations. The second generation, called the 737 Classic, was produced from 1984 to 2000. After that, Boeing developed the third generation named the 737 Next Gen, but it did not stop there. In December 2010, Boeing's biggest rival, Airbus, announced the A320neo family of planes, a re-engineered, more efficient version of its A320, the main competitor to Boeing's 737NG model. Airbus's new planes pressured Boeing into coming up with a solution to combat the competition. Boeing opted for implementing new and improved engines on the 737. After finalizing the design, Boeing announced their fourth generation, the 737 MAX family, consisting of three different size models, the 737 MAX 7, MAX 8, and MAX 9. Because the new 737 MAX was similar to Boeing's previous models, pilots were only required to take a brief tablet-based course rather than training a simulator like they would for a new plane. The engines on the 737 MAX were larger, positioned further forward, and higher up than their previous model, which caused the plane to act differently. In certain situations, the nose of the plane would pitch upwards. To solve this problem, Boeing implemented automated software called Maneuvering Control Augmentation System, or MCAS for short, which involved two sensors on the plane that would automatically activate to stabilize the pitch and nudge the nose back down, for the plane to fly like other 737 models. However, Boeing notably did not include training on MCAS in the pilot's manual, reassuring that the software would simply run in the background. This new generation of Boeing 737 was very popular amongst different airlines and even surpassed the Airbus A320neo in orders. The Boeing 737 MAX passed all its Federal Aviation Administration certifications and was put into service by airlines all around the world in May 2017. On October 29, 2018, Lion Air Flight 610 took off from Jakarta, Indonesia. Soon into the flight, the pilots were having trouble keeping control of the nose as it kept diving downwards. They fought with the plane for 12 minutes until the plane crashed in the Java Sea, killing a total of 189 people. The after-flight investigation determined that the sensors on the nose of the plane were providing incorrect data to the MCAS, which kept making the plane dive downwards. As the manual did not contain any information about the MCAS, by the time the pilots figured out how to disable it, it was too late, and they were not able to take back control of the plane. After this incident, Indonesia's Transportation Ministry ordered inspections on all 737 MAX in the country, which were all determined to be safe within 2 days. Airlines all over the world continued to fly the 737 MAX and treated this crash as an isolated incident. However, on March 10, 2019, less than 5 months after the crash of Flight 610, Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 crashed 6 minutes after takeoff, resulting in an additional 157 deaths. After the crash was caused due to the MCAS, problems were reported by the pilot within the first minutes of the flight. However, the crew was not able to successfully turn it off and keep control of the plane. On March 13, the FAA ordered the 737 MAX plane to be grounded. During this time, the company worked on software fixes in hopes of getting the plane flying again. Meanwhile, numerous lawsuits and investigations were going on. They explored how Boeing allowed for only one faulty sensor reading to cause MCAS to activate. While many are putting blame on Boeing, others are wondering how the FAA did not catch a substantial flaw during the preliminary inspections, and how they still let the plane fly shortly after their internal inspection regarding the first crash showed a high likelihood of future crashes. Beginning December 22, 2021, many countries have lifted the grounding on the 737 MAX. We can expect to see the Boeing 737 MAX up in the air in the near future, but perhaps the tragic situation could have been avoided if Boeing did their due diligence and provided more extensive training regarding this controversial new generation of 737.